Our only hope is something incredible. This is the devil's agenda in plain sight because he wants you to put your faith and your hope, in mutation, in adding, animal parts or animal genes to your body to try to live forever because that's the ultimate goal. He wants to give the narrative that, mankind can live forever outside of Jesus Christ. But this is a lie from the devil himself. So he brings in mutation under the guise of trying to enhance, mankind and try to further their species, but he does not care about mankind. He's just preoccupying them, in technology and breakthroughs just long enough until they die in their sin and go to hell.
For instance, a 2016 study found that muscle growth can be induced by manipulating a gene called ACVR2B. This gene codes with a receptor that inhabits a naturally occurring protein that limits muscle growth. This would allow humans to develop an incredible muscle mass amounting to super strength. Scientists also believe that they can help the visually impaired by giving them ultrasonic hearing, similar to dolphins and bats. They believe that the Prestin protein, encoded by the SLC26A5 gene, is key to achieving this superhuman ability. Super speed may also be achieved through the removal of a gene called NCOR1. Scientists found that mice ran twice as fast when they removed their NCOR1 gene. The genome editing technology is already being used to repair single gene disorders such as cystic fibrosis, Huntington's disease, and sickle cell disease. It's possible that humans could someday borrow super strengths from other species.
Much more than this.
I did it right way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way.
And as we see with this Adidas commercial, the original is never finished. And what's the original? Mankind itself. That's why this video displays so many people, hanging, in a place that looks like they're trying to transform or trying to change them, because that's the devil's ultimate agenda. Because, he sees mankind as a work in progress. That God created man, he called it good, but the devil said it's not good. He said, I can modify, I can enhance.
For years, I've been treating the Hulk like he's some kind of disease, something to get rid of. But then I start looking at him as the cure. 18 months in the gamma lab. I put the brains and the brawn together. And now look at me. Best of both worlds.
Excuse me, Mr. Hulk?
Yes.
Can we get a photo?
100%, little person. Come on, step on up. You mind?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
So what might be wrong with mixing human and animal parts? So one thing that might be wrong is that we think it will confuse the boundaries between humans and animals, right? That right now we have a pretty clear distinction. While many people love their dogs and their cats like members of the family, they are able to say, this is not a member of my family, this is not a member that has the same rights as my family member. In a world where we had much more of a continuum between animals and human beings, those distinctions would become difficult. Now, just because they become difficult doesn't mean that that's wrong, right? It would just pose for us a new problem, and maybe it would illustrate a problem we should be thinking about altogether. So I'm not particularly sympathetic to that argument. Different argument, though, is to say human beings are particular kinds of being with particular kinds of capacities, and there's a dignity to being a human being. And if we were to mix enough animal material into a human being, the thing that we would have would not be something new, but would be a human being that could not flourish as a human being. It'd be an undignified human being, a kind of entity that is one that really is unable to really experience what it is to be human.
The fact that Harrison Ford is playing President Ross / Red Hulk is kind of one of the many pinch yourself moments for me. Well, I'm still speechless.
I knew he got big. I knew he got mean. I knew he got red. That's all I needed to know.